G'day guys, Creator Classic, we are back. It is still Josh doing it solo, BT still on the injury list, but he'll be back next week, don't you worry about that. Two very good AFL creators on the challenge today. We've got Heff from the Keep Elite podcast back on the channel, taking on Rudi Edsall. He's big on Twitter, he's big on Sporcle, he's the creator of some fantastic footy quizzes on Sporcle. Great to have you boys both on the show. Heff, let's start with you, mate. Probably about 12 months since we've last seen you on the channel. Good to have you back. You were impressive when you were here doing some AFL fantasy trivia.
Yeah, time flies. I can't believe it's been that long, but yeah, it was good fun. I remember I was stiffed in one of the answers, so I'm hoping we've fixed up the stats database or whatever this time around, and I don't get stiffed. Nah, I'm just messing with you.
You got to keep me honest. You got to keep me honest.
It's great to have great to be back on though. Yeah, really looking forward to this.
And the podcast has been going really well this year. I'm seeing a few guests coming on. The Marmalade boys are getting there quite frequently as well. So looks like you're doing big things, mate.
Well, it's more the other way around. I think they're getting me on their channel a bit more these days. So yeah, it's been fun to get a bit more exposure. But no, just plugging away. We always find with the podcast, we're really big pre-season because that's when everyone does their drafts.
Yeah.
And after the you get to this point of the season, you sometimes wonder if anyone's listening anymore. But it is what it is. It's going fine, so having good fun.
Look, my fantasy team is an absolute shambles, but I'm trying to tune in, mate, and get some tips, mate. That's all good. Rudi Edsall, great to have you here on the channel. You've got your finger in a lot of pies, mate. You're all over the place.
Well, yes, I am. At the moment, I'm working on a TV show called Players. You're from WA, Josh. I'd say probably if you've seen any part of it, it's probably when Harley Reid was on.
Of course.
Episode 2.
That's all we get over here, Rudi. It's just Harley and that's it.
Yep, yes. So I'm doing that at the moment. I've been like a long-term Triple M employee until the start of this year. That's who I was doing the Sporcle quizzes for. I've got a bit less time on my hands now. I've got a different job and twins. That's dried up a touch, but I do love the footy trivia, although I've got to say that the draft's not my massively my cup of tea, so this could be an interesting... There's going to be a lot of darts thrown here, I think.
And that's okay. We're going to put you boys both to the test. Let's look at the grid today. We're talking about the draft from 10 years ago, the 2015 draft. Pretty simple quiz. You just got to name the players. First to 10 is going to win it. I've given you the club that drafted the player. So the club that is shown is the club that initially drafted the player. I've given you the games that the players have played. Those games are current as of round 17, 2025, which is when we're recording this video. If there is an asterisk next to the player, it means that they have played for multiple clubs. One other thing as well, there's 4 slots on the grid that are a slightly different shade of colour. They're slightly lighter. And those players are no longer in the league. So that's a little bit of an extra hint for you boys. When you are putting in your guess, you must nominate the player and the pick. So you need to get the correct slot. I'm not going to take any tolerance on that. You've got to be on the money, boys. So let's see how we go today. To get things started, we need to determine who is going to get the new ball. And of course, as we've done all Creator Classic, we do that with a question. Today's question: of the 70 players that were selected in the 2015 National Draft, how many have played 50 or more games? And that is current as of the end of round 17, 2025. Whilst the boys are having to think about that, make sure you go and check out the Keeper League. Go and find Rudi on Twitter. Go and check him out on all the socials. And of course, if you're enjoying the Creator Classic, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to Statchat to stay up to date with all the content, because we've got heaps more to go. I think we're barely even halfway through the tournament right now, and we've had some fantastic matchups so far. So if you want to stay up to date, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button. Rudi looks like he's got his answer written down. Heff, we're going to go to you first. What are you locking in? How many players have played 50-plus games?
I'm going to go with 24.
Heff going with 24. Rudi, what did you write down?
37.
37 is a bloody good guess. Correct answer is 43. 43 of the 70 players have played 50 plus. Corey Wagner getting over the line in the most recent round, getting his 50th AFL game. So that means, Rudi, you're getting the new ball. You're going to start off today. Where do you want to go?
Pick one, Carlton, Jacob Wiedering.
Going with Jacob Wiedering. It's the low-hanging fruit, and it is Wiedering. New ball, always important. Get your first crack at the board. Heff, where you looking, mate?
That was the one I was, looking at. But now I actually know, I've got a gauge of where we're looking at. I reckon one of the Crows ones would have to be Jordan Dawson, I reckon.
Locking in Jordan Dawson. That is incorrect. It is not
damn.
Jordan Dawson. Rudi, back over to you.
Pick two, no longer in the competition, played for a different club. Two of them, I reckon. I'm pretty sure it's Josh Shackey.
Josh Shackey, the 3-club player. Bang. Rudi is on the money early in this one. Went from Lions to Dogs to D's and already out 10 years later. There you go.
So looking at the clubs, I reckon is pick 4 Clayton Oliver.
Pick 4 is Clayton Oliver. That's a good pull. Almost at 200 games. It's just interesting to see the games totals as well. So you're going 10 years later. We're almost up at about 200 games for some of these players. So just a real interesting concept of time. Do you know what I mean? Rudi, having a look.
Yeah, I reckon pick 25 there, the Bulldog that's moved on. Is that Josh Dunkley?
Going with Josh Dunkley. Rudi going from the top of the board, going from the bottom of the board. It is Josh Dunkley. That is a good rip. 3 from 3 so far, looking in good form.
All right. Just trying to think of Sydney players around that era. I feel like I'm going to get it easy if I try to go in order. So I reckon that's probably Callum Mills.
Going with
Sydney.
Callum Mills. Rudi nodding his head. It is Callum Mills.
Cool. Good.
Good pull. Nothing wrong with taking this in order as well. It's just whatever works best for you. Do you know what I mean?
All right. Pick 10 there, Carlton. Is that Charlie Curnow?
Pick 10 for the Blues is not Charlie Curnow. That is incorrect.
I'm going to keep going in order of players around that era. So I'm looking at Essendon now.
You got the back-to-back picks there for Essendon as well, don't you?
I think, was one of them Darcy Parish?
I do need you to lock in the correct slot, Heff.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'll go 5 because more games.
Going with Darcy Parish at pick 5, and it is Darcy Parish. Deduces it well, locks it down. It is 3 apiece. Back over to Rudi.
I'm going to go again with that Carlton number 10 pick. Is it Harry Mackay?
Carlton at pick 10 is Harry Mackay. Worked his way through it well.
Well, let's just click to the 2 clubs. The Essendon player that's played at 2 clubs. I reckon that's Aaron Francis.
And it is Aaron Francis. That's a good pull. And still in the league. I was surprised when doing the research. I thought he might have been delisted at the back end of last year, but still hanging around.
He had a big fight the other week against Lob, I reckon it was.
Yep.
Yes. I was getting amongst it.
All right, I'm sticking with the Blues. I reckon that number 12 must be Charlie Curnow then.
Yeah, you've worked your way through it beautifully.
Yep.
So Charlie Curnow was pick 12, not pick 10. So Major picked the right slot, mate. I'm sorry. I said I'm not taking any tolerances, but
Mate, Creator Classic, it takes no prisoners.
That's right. We don't here, mate. Can you level it up, Heff? Make it 5 apiece. It is a good battle so far.
Yeah, I'm still thinking of one of these Crows players. It actually makes sense it wasn't Jordan Dawson because there was no asterisk next to any of them. But being an SA boy, I reckon is 11 Wayne Miller.
11 for the Crows is Wayne Miller. That is a good pull.
114 games? I didn't realise.
So much injury. Yeah, but he's still managed to get there.
Still a good player, still getting it done. It is 5 apiece. Halfway through the quiz, boys. It is dead level. Cannot separate these creators. This is a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm in a reasonable amount of strife now. All right. Can I take a punt on 14 being possibly Zach Bailey?
Going with Zach Bailey. I can't pay that. It is not Zach Bailey.
Well, I'm going to have a crack at the same one because player was drafted around the same time was Eric Hipwood.
Going
14.
with Eric Hipwood. Heff taking the lead. It is Eric Hipwood. I'm surprised he's played that many games. I'm not going to lie. 193 for Hipwood. It just doesn't seem like it.
Guess he's played a lot of finals, pretty much.
He has. He probably hasn't delivered on the potential. Do you know what I mean? Like he's been a solid number 2 up there at the Lions, but he's just had the longevity. I just haven't really, you know what I mean? Just haven't really acknowledged it.
He has those stretches of games where he just, he's like just totally like off the pace. I'm stalling here because I don't know anymore. Could that other Carlton one, is the number 23, is that Carlton one? Is that Blaine Boakhurst by any chance?
Going with Blaine Boakhurst, a name we have not heard here on the channel before. I'm glad to hear it, but it is not Blaine Boakhurst. I think he played less games than that.
Yeah.
He'd have to have.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But I tell you what, that is a bloody good rip. I'm glad you've gone there. Heff, deep in thought here with the chance to consolidate the lead.
Well, I'll go through my thought process. I'm thinking about Charlie Cameron for 24, just because I know he played in that 2017 grand final, and I reckon he was like 2 years before until he got traded to Brisbane. So I'm going to go 24, Charlie Cameron.
Locking in Charlie Cameron at 24. It is not Charlie Cameron.
Damn.
So just to confirm, I'm not sure if your understanding of the rules is bang on, but it's the club that drafted the player that's shown.
Sorry.
Not the current
I get you.
club.
I get you. Yeah.
But
that makes
guess.
sense now. That makes sense now.
Cameron.
Yeah.
So Rudi, over to you.
Pick 19 Hawthorn. Ryan Burton.
Going with Ryan Burton. That is a good pull. It is Ryan Burton. Drafted by the Hawks. Heff, you kind of, as soon as it was said, you had this look of, yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, as soon as he said it, it was clear. Yeah.
Yeah. Leveled it up at 6 apiece.
Yeah. This is tricky. You get to the point where you like can't even think of like players. Oh, actually, no. I've got a good one. If Harry Mackay got drafted that year, Ben Mackay must have got drafted that year. So, 21. Is that Ben Mackay?
That is very good logic. And it is Ben Mackay. That's a great pull. That's a bloody good pull. So just playing the 100 games there, obviously injury riddled. But no, great rip. Putting yourself one ahead. And Rudi's respecting that. Shit. He's happy with it.
That's a really, I'm a bit shitty. I didn't think about it. When I worked at Triple M, we got Listener is our podcast brand, and those boys did a podcast in there. And I've stood in a lift with them there. Large men.
He'll be dirty with you.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Ben. Can I have, is pick 15 the Richmond Tiger that's moved on? 198 games, a lot. Liam Baker?
Locking in that pick. Liam Baker. It is not Liam Baker. Not a bad guess.
So it's the player that the team that's shown is the team that drafted them, or the team they're playing it now?
The team that drafted them.
Team that drafted them.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So I'll go with 16. Is that Harry Himmelberg?
Locking in Harry Himmelberg. Double H. Heff goes bang. That is a good pull.
The only logic behind it was he's around that era, and the other two have played at other clubs. So that was helped me narrow it down to which one it was.
So targeting the one club players at this point, we've got a few multiple club players hanging around, and it's stumping our boys here.
Is the Giant who moved on pick 13 Jeremy Finlayson?
Locking in Jeremy Finlayson. It's a good rip, but he's not there. It is not Jeremy Finlayson. Good thought process, though. I like it. That's where we need to be going. Heff with a chance to get to match point with this one here. Score 8-6. It is a close game.
Oh, I can't even think of a player. I'll just go 18, Jade Gresham. That feels like way too many games for him, but
can't think of a player. Just throws Jade Gresham out from 3, and he absolutely nails it. It is Jade Gresham.
It's a good get.
Heff goes bang.
I felt 171 was just way too many games for Jade Gresham.
And it feels like it, doesn't it? It just kind of does feel like too many. But he's been around for 10 years. He's got 171, and Heff moving his way to match point. Pressure on you, Rudi. Can you pull a name back here and keep yourself in it?
Pick 20 for Gold Coast. Alex Sexton.
Locking in Alex Sexton. Not a bad name, but it is not Alex Sexton.
Yeah, didn't love it. Never liked it.
He's not on the list. We move back over to Heff. He is on match point. Can he seal the deal and secure a spot in the quarterfinal, taking on Dylan from Boundary Riders? What have you got in your bag?
Just trying to think, because there'd be a Richmond player that's played in all those flags. So he's had lots of finals. So his numbers are probably inflated a little bit. Just trying to think of someone who's played 2 clubs, and there's 2 coming to mind. Rioli and Baker. I think Rioli would be the older one. Can I go Dan Rioli for Richmond, 15?
Locking in Dan Rioli. Rudi's not happy with it, and he shouldn't be. Dan Rioli is on the list. Heff closing it out. What a performance there from new Heff. Winning this one 10-6, clinical at the end. Dan Rioli, the name that we needed. How you feeling, mate?
I feel like I fluked it, but it just comes down to like a process of elimination and just trying to think of players of that era, of the clubs. And then, you try to think of players that have played at that, were started at that club and moved or whatever. And that was kind of the way I went from. I found the first few, I'm good at orders when the pick 1, you can kind of remember who was 2, 3, 4, because they make a big deal of the first round. But after that, it got a bit shaky. But yeah.
Very good performance. Rudi, bad luck to you. You put in a good showing there, just couldn't quite close it out at the end of the day.
You couldn't have given me a worse kind of genre of quiz, unfortunately. I would have backed myself with most of the other things, but can I ask, is the Carlton player at 23 Plowman? Is it Lockie Plowman? I wasn't game to go back there.
It's not Lockie Plowman. He did start with the Giants, but look, what we'll do, let's run through the list from the top to the bottom. Some interesting names here. I think you'll be intrigued. Pick number 7 started for the Giants, moved to the Tigers. Jacob Hopper, who we were looking for. Pick number 8 started for the Suns, moved to the Lions. Callum Archie. Pick 9 started at the D's, moved to the Bombers, no longer in the league. Sam Wiedemann is the name that we needed. Pick 13 is a 3-club player having a bloody good year this year. Giants, Carlton, Dogs.
Kennedy.
Matt Kennedy is the name that we needed. Pick 17 was a little bit of a trap. Started at the Crows, moved to the Lions, but has not played a game for the Lions. It's Tom Duday is who we needed at pick 17.
I'd never gotten that.
Yeah, real tough one there, real rogue areas. Braden Fiorini, the name that we needed for the Suns.
It's the same guy as Alex Sexton.
He basically is. Yeah. He basically is.
Just traded Fiorini into my keeper league team this week, actually.
How good's that? Topical. Well, I like it.
I don't know about that, but that's how good I'm going.
Yeah. 2 games for the Hawks was Kieran Lovell. Nobody's getting that name. David Cunningham, I think, was maybe a little rogue name out there, but he's who you needed for the Blues. And the Lions name is a bit of a trap as well. Currently doing some very good work for the Adelaide Crows. It is fan favourite, the Keezer.
The Keezer.
Of course.
Is the last name on the list.
What a recent career he's having.
I know. Just a real resurgence, hey, for the Keezer.
I never thought could be that good a goalkeeper. I thought he was a sort of a okay AFL player, but just ripping like a goal a game for
It was the
ridiculous.
First guest of the Keeper League podcast. First guest we ever had, Ben Keys.
Ben Keys. Well, there you go.
Nicest guy in AFL as well, I reckon. Best bloke.
Got to be happy with that. Well, we're happy with Ben Keys being the last name on the list. Rudi, bad luck to you, mate. We'd love you to have another crack back on the channel, so always welcome, mate.
Well, yes, I am very keen to be involved in this channel. I've been a fan for a long while now. It was an honour to be asked to come on board. Genuinely, me and my partner sit down and watch it. Look, there's a new Statchat video. You'll think I'm blowing smoke up your ass, but genuinely, we do watch every video as it comes out. Absolutely love it.
Look, we appreciate it. Fair bit of smoke up the arse, but that's okay. We'll take it. Heff, great work from you, mate. You're moving on. Looking forward to seeing you in the quarterfinal, mate. Again, go and check out Rudi on Twitter and follow his work that he's doing with players and all the other stuff he's getting involved with. Go and check out Heff, growing his stuff on YouTube, but the Spotify game is big for the podcast. Make sure you go and check out the Keeper League. Aside from that, more Creator Classic content coming next week. A couple of big matchups. Cardman taking on Cooko on Tuesday. Get around that one. We'll see you then. Cheers.